Let's go right now to Lee Patrick Sullivan in Houston for the latest.
Well, Susan, the eye of Hurricane Ike is still a good 8 to 10 hours before coming to shore here in Galveston. And just setting up for this shot, we got drenched by a massive wave. Now, if you can look down here, this is Galveston Beach, or at least what used to be Galveston Beach. It is now part of the Gulf of Mexico. This is the seawall. This is 15 feet above the sea, and yet it is no match for these waves. Now, Susan, I was going to say something clever like back here in dry land in downtown Houston, but just as that package started to roll, it started to rain here in Houston. The city behind me, the fourth largest city in the United States, is a ghost town right now. Most of the stores are boarded up. People are off the roads. Now, we didn't have the massive exodus that we had with Hurricane Rita. I've learned a new Texas word. It's called hunker down. So at Safeco Field, when it came to plastic cups,
you're out.
Plastic utensils,
You're out.
Plastic straws,
You're out.
and styrofoam food containers,
You are out of here.
I'm following in her footsteps, right into the reactor containment building, something very few people ever get to see in any capacity. Ow! And that's why reporters wear helmets.
With over 3,000 miles of Great Lakes shore.
Meet the Michigan chapter of the Raging Grannies, a national band of senior citizen environmentalists. This group of grannies want to see the completion of a wind farm off the shores of Grosse Pointe, Michigan. That's right outside Detroit. We had the students at Unity fill them up with cold tap water. 10 minutes later, we put them to the test.
And so just a little stream for you. And you can,
Holy hell,
you can
that is
feel the
hot.
heat from that.
That
Right.
is really hot. I can't keep my hand there.
Correct.
I mean, it's not boiling, but I definitely can't keep my
It's
hand there.
certainly on the way. This is more than showerable heat.
Oh,
You would not
way
want to take a
beyond.
shower in
I don't
this,
know
right?
what kind of showers you take, but that's way too hot. You could cook a hot dog with this, I bet. You could have tea.
You could certainly have tea, yes.
And as we were talking with someone from the city's Office of Sustainability, a plug-in Prius, not yet on the market, pulled up and plugged in. Your colleague Lowell just came up, plugged in the car, walked away, and that's all? He didn't have any special training on how to plug in this car? Or?
Basically, you saw how easy it is. It's just a regular plug and you plug it in.
So he's not an electrician?
He happens to be an electrician, but you don't have to. You don't have to be an electrician. I'm not an electrician, and I was trained in about 2 minutes.
So this is where you keep all the goodies? The Army invited us down to Fort Belvoir, Virginia to get a taste of what an average soldier has to carry into battle. That feels a lot heavier than 22 pounds.
Actually, it's not.
I'm just weak. One by one, I was suited up. Every piece of equipment adding more weight, including the 22-pound bulletproof vest, the 10 pounds of ammo, the 4-pound helmet, and the 10-pound weapon. In total, it's nearly 100 pounds of weight. In comparison, a World War II GI went into battle with about 30 pounds of gear. And just try running in this stuff.
Realistically, what we're looking for are tertiary packaging applications.
Tertiary? What in the world does that mean?
Tertiary, Latin in root, meaning third in line. Primary packaging, secondary packaging, tertiary packaging.
Now, another example of tertiary packaging is those little plastic rings that come on packs of drinks, and also the plastic that wraps products on pallets at just about every single big box store in the country. Here at this one Home Depot store, they get 25,000 of these pallets delivered every single year. That's a lot of tertiary packaging. They're also concerned with keeping terrorists out. This is the only part of the several layers of security at this plant that we were allowed to record. This is the size of one nuclear fuel pellet. It has the same energy density as 1 ton of coal or 149 gallons of oil. Oh, and there's 20 million of them in there. In total, the IHM sisters are saving more than $200,000 a year on their energy bills. And their environmental stewardship has earned them a LEED Gold certification. What's been the reaction from the community? Do they think that you're all a bunch of hippies here?
I think some of them do, but others are very intrigued by what's going on, and once they come, they sort of get hooked and really want to learn more about it.
You know, it's just only been recently I've ever even heard of biofuels, but back when I was working on my Mustang, I thought I was going to be a driver.
So you didn't care what was in the tank, right?
No, absolutely.
Now, for those of you who think that race cars just won't perform well with biofuels, well, here at the world's most famous racetrack, they've been running on ethanol since 2005. There's no easy way to say this, but to just come out and say it. The folks at this lab in Northern California say they can make plastic out of poop.
You guys have some sludge for me to look at? Yeah, here we go. This is the stuff.
It doesn't smell that bad.
No, it's really not.
I mean, it smells a lot worse than this.
It actually smells kind of nice.
Did you just stick your nose in there?
Yeah, no, it smells different. It smells better, actually.
Anything for good television. Not that
not
bad.
bad,
It almost oddly smells a little bit like melted plastic.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, no.
This is the brand new energy efficient City Hall here in Greensburg, Kansas, in Los Angeles, in Washington, in Samso, Denmark, in Massillon, Ohio, in the Imperial Valley, California, in Copenhagen, Denmark, in Texas City, Texas, at the Pentagon, in West Hurley, New York, on the coast of Louisiana, in Long Beach, California, in Camp Pendleton. God, I want to think Virginia. Is there a Camp Pendleton, Virginia? At Camp Pendleton, California, Lee Patrick Sullivan, Clean Skies News.